Alright YouTube, so I didn't know if I actually wanted to make a video on this topic, but I figured I should. Whenever Bethesda updated the FAQ for Fallout 76 yesterday for the beta specifically, there's actually quite a bit of information, and we only really talked about one thing yesterday, kind of a second thing. We kind of talked about the lack of an NDA, which is a good thing, of course, for the beta, but we were mainly talking about how the beta information is probably going to carry over into the full game. The other big news coming from this FAQ was the fact that it looks like Fallout 76 might not be on Steam at all. Shout out to my dude toolshedvideo for actually pointing this information out to me in my comments of my last video. It wasn't even that I just kind of skipped over this information, it's just that was what everybody was talking about. That was the information that was shared with me, everybody, all the articles were talking about, hey, the beta is carrying over the full game. And then I think people actually dug through the FAQ and realized, hey, it looks like this actually isn't going to be on Steam. So this right here is the question that everybody's talking about. It says, what platforms will the Fallout 76 beta be available? And the answer is both the beta and the game will be available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and on PC via Bethesda.net only. Stay tuned for exact beta timing for each platform here and at Fallout on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Please know that the beta for Xbox One will begin first, followed by other platforms. Now, before we get into the discussion, I understand why people are upset. Steam is a very big platform. A lot of games, most games probably, come to Steam. So it's kind of weird that 76 isn't going there. But I don't personally care. I game on console. It's what I've done forever. I've been since Nintendo, original Nintendo, until now. I'm used to gaming in front of my television with a gaming console. And I'm never going to be somebody that sits in front of my PC or laptop or whatever and plays video games. That's just not what I like to do. Like the laptop, PC, that's for like editing YouTube videos and stuff. That's where I do my research for YouTube videos. I don't sit in front of this in game. The other thing that I find pretty interesting is people are upset because, you know, Fallout 76 isn't coming to Steam. How dare Bethesda, when Fortnite, literally the biggest game in the entire world, is not on Steam. And look, I'm not a PC gamer, so I don't understand how it all works. I don't understand what the big issue is. Like, if you use Steam, if you game on your PC, what's really the difference with just going with the Bethesda.net launcher and playing the beta in the game there? Like, it's all on your PC still, so maybe the Bethesda.net launcher sucks. I don't even know what the Bethesda.net launcher is, if I'm completely honest. I don't even know what that means. Is it just like Steam is like a little app that's on, like, your laptop or PC that you click on to open up your games? Because I have Steam on this laptop, I just never use it. What I find kind of interesting about this whole situation is people are upset almost on the level of, like, if this was an exclusive. Like, if this game was only on Xbox One and PS4 players could not play Fallout 76, like, that's the outrage that it feels like, and it's nothing like that. Like, again, it's on PC. You can still play it. There's no real issues other than where you got to go to play it. I've heard it speculated that this is probably a monetary thing, because obviously Valve owns Steam, they probably get a portion of every sale, and potentially every microtransaction, which could be why Fortnite's not on there. Think of how much money Fortnite makes through microtransactions, and cut out a portion of that and give it to Valve. Like, how many millions of dollars would Fortnite be losing if Valve got a percentage? And it could be the same thing here. If, you know, Bethesda had Fallout 76 on Steam, and, you know, it cost $60 or whatever for Fallout 76, Valve would probably get a percentage of that, however much, a portion of that, and then all the microtransactions that will be in Fallout 76, Valve would then also probably get a percentage of that, and Bethesda would be losing millions of dollars. Would you willingly give up millions of dollars for essentially no reason? No, nobody would. Who wouldn't want extra millions? And look, I'm with you guys. I understand if you're upset. If Steam is your main place to go for gaming and you can't play this game there, I can get why you'd be upset. It's still on PC, so there's not really that kind of an issue, but I understand. But to be honest, you're probably going to see this trend through with a lot of other developers. Fortnite being the biggest game in the world and choosing not to be on Steam. And then now you have Bethesda, who's a very big developer as well, with a new hot game, whatever you want to say, not going to be on Steam either. You're probably going to slowly start to see other developers doing this. And look, it not being on Steam was probably going to be a big issue, at least for the PC sales, because that's where most people game. If you game on PC, you probably game on Steam. There's a lot of issues and bad things surrounding this game, man. You have the fact that it's a multiplayer Fallout, which a lot of people seem to not want. It's an online-only Fallout. There's going to be PvP, potentially a lot of griefing type of stuff. We have confirmed microtransactions, which a lot of people have a problem with, even if they're cosmetic only. The beta is taking place very close to the release date, and now you have the fact that the game, for PC at least, is not going to be on Steam. This game is off to a really weird start, but it's going to be very interesting to see how this game develops as time goes on. And look, it probably looks like I'm defending Bethesda in this video, and I'm not necessarily doing that, but they're not the first people to develop a multiplayer game that's going to make them long-term income. They're not the first, they definitely won't be the last. And I'm not necessarily saying that that is a good thing either, but it was pretty obvious from the beginning with Fallout 76, once we learned it was a multiplayer game, that Bethesda was hopping on the multiplayer train. There's so many developers out there are making tons of money through microtransactions, and you can't blame them for wanting some of that. It's just one game. It's not the future of Bethesda. We still have Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield coming out. It's one game. If you guys do not like Fallout 76, nobody's making you buy it or play it. But if you feel like ranting and bitching about Bethesda, do it in the comment sections. Let me know. How do you feel? What do you think of this information? If you are a Steam gamer, does this upset you? And why does it upset you? What's the big deal about using the Bethesda.net launcher? Like, explain it to me because I legitimately don't know. And if you guys went on to enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, turn on my notifications, follow me on Twitter at DashingDavid, add my Discord as well, almost forgot. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Give me forever for a while, quit acting like a baby, or at least less like